Hello everyone, my name is Ash, and I'm here with a supplemental breakdown to everything that happened over PAX Prime. The Bioware base panels, new articles, the demo, everything compiled to a simple list of things you care about. If you're interested in every bit of information you can sink your teeth into, check the blog link in the description to see a list of all the blog posts I made of the 13 panels for PAX. But if you're looking for a simple breakdown, take a seat and listen, for I'm about to tell you everything you need to know on the Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition is based after the events of Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. The veil has been torn asunder and chaos is spreading throughout Thedas. Those who need to stand, like nations like Orlais and Ferelden, and factions like the Templars and Mages, are scattered in disorder. It is up to you, the Inquisitor, the first in 1,000 years, to rise up and defeat the chaos and restore order. Order, not necessarily peace. The choice is up to you. One of the goals of the Inquisition is to close rifts left by the massive tear in the veil. The rifts can exist anywhere in Thedas, some in the plains, some underwater. Over time, the player will need to learn how to effectively maneuver around difficulties blocking the rifts. If not, demons will plague the land. Players will travel across western Orlais to East Ferelden and everywhere in between. A number of locations are available on screen. Deserted Great Warden posts, keeps, and strongholds are available to take over. Players can specialize each stronghold as a location of either espionage, commerce, or military. As the Inquisitor, you will make decisions across Thedas. While you gradually take control by settling your forces across Thedas, your decisions will resonate throughout the game. Each has repercussions. Nations and factions will react to your choices. It is completely possible to lose allies, and quite possibly close some doors forever. It is your responsibility to grow the organization into an indomitable force. As a leader, you maintain morale and make decisions worthy of a leader. Your actions will be the deciding factor between the Mage and Templar conflict, as well as the livelihood of many nations. Inquisitors will live by their decisions. Not everyone will experience the exact same story. Some decisions will produce starkly different outcomes. It's a Bioware game. These tough choices will shape the Inquisitor and the reception in the world. Human, elf, dwarf, and Qunari. Either female or male, the choice is up to you. Unlike Origins, players will have a similar background to like Commander Shepard of Mass Effect. Some surnames revealed during PAX are known from past installments, like the Kadash lineage that Shale hails from. Others will carve their story into history by the end of Inquisition. However, there's not much priority on the Inquisitor's past, as most centers around the decisions you make throughout the game. As far as the Qunari will go, players will be able to choose either Mage, Rogue, and Warrior classes. Some instances will arise due to the perception of the Qunari in Thedas. Players will be pushed into a few more difficult positions, where it normally would be more simple for human or elf players. Female and Mage characters challenge the Qunari culture as is, either or will be challenged by others of the Horned race. Elves, to a lesser extent, will suffer some difficulty considering the racism against elves in nations like Orlais. Dwarves are the only race incapable of being mages due to their high tolerance to lyrium and detachment from the Fade and dreaming. At present, these are the only assertions regarding races for the Inquisitor. As far as the racial attributes, Bioware is still working these out. Qunari may have a statistical advantage in magic resistance, but it is overall unconfirmed until Bioware is happy with the design. Specializations are also being worked out. At the Player Races panel, one of the devs noted that in Inquisition, they're investigating how to make a blood mage threatening again from a player perspective through a bunch of different means. They want to create significance and repercussions for choosing to become a blood mage. We will see more than just a button press in the next game. Besides the Inquisitor, Varric, Cassandra, and Vivienne made an appearance in the demo. While we expect this due to the release of Gameinformer's September issue, a couple of new characters were brought up. The Iron Bull, a Qunari featured multiple times in the Gameinformer and also E3 trailer, was confirmed. Also, Chris Bain confessed at the product review panel that one of the main characters from Asunder will be in the next game. Aside from individual characters, Bioware introduced 2 enemy factions players will face. Red Templars are seemingly organized and a very powerful group who look extremely familiar to what happened to Knight Commander Meredith at the end of Dragon Age 2. Red Lyrium Sword, Red Aura, extraordinary powers. These Templars have the ability to throw magic-powered bombs over keep walls and have explosively accelerated attacks. Also, the Venatori is a crazed cult that are present in various keeps. They seem to be driven by a loyalty to either a deity or a high-revered mage. considering how they refer to one who will rise, similarly to the one described in Sandal's prophecy in Dragon Age 2. These fanatics are composed of some mages, but mainly melee physical attackers. Mounts are another focus for Bioware in the next game, a feature not present in either of the previous games. The level of customization for horses is still being worked on. Horses have been confirmed by Gameinformer in their exclusive last month, but the devs also have subtly confirmed other mounts to be available. For other creatures, dragons underwent a huge change in the game as well. Each dragon will be a specifically built encounter, which will interact with the location that they exist in. They will be very difficult to kill, just like other enemies in the game. Dragons will not scale with the player's level. Players will need to be extremely prepared to challenge them. A compilation of elements from Origins and DA2 will go into Inquisition. Talents will feel closer to the DA2 system, with the ability to upgrade or purchase new talents. This allows more flexibility of tapping into multiple abilities and disciplines for the Inquisitor. The tactical camera is back not only for PC, but all platforms, so Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, and PS4. The camera is free-moving and allows players to look further than Origins allowed. Or you can easily stay at the shoulder level for the camera. In addition to the tactical camera, Bioware stressed an improvement on discovery and exploration. Players will experience massive environments with minimal load screens since the Inquisitor transfers from one massive zone to the next. Some elements in the environment are also destroyable, either by using items like Intivan fire to light a boat, or swinging a sword at a rickety bridge. The devs also wanted to emphasize health in and out of combat, or rather forcing the player to prepare for exploration and adventure, and not single encounters across the map. Conserving and preserving your character will become a balance of risk and opportunity. While you may want to discover everything in the area, you will pick and choose enemies you want to engage and attack. But because of the Inquisitor's limited supply to carry around, players will need to tactically maneuver across the map. As far as crafting and customization goes, Alchemy affects the player's inventory and longevity quite heavily. Crafting potions is helpful, especially when players can pick up herbs and materials on their travels. The better alchemy skill or the more rare herbs you own, the more potion inventory slots you can have. Additionally, players can craft custom armor and weapons. From gathering materials from dead nugs and other animals, to finishing and naming a flame sword, the crafting system is extensive and provides numerous options to dabble. Crafting in alchemy is restricted to centralized areas like strongholds or camps, but offers opportunities to prepare players for extended trips. When you're ready to fight, you will have 3 things at your disposal: hand-to-hand combat, magic, and non-combat skills. Combat will have the opportunity of synchronous combat, where the squad syncs in order to tactically destroy an enemy. While one mage can ice block a hurlock and a warrior can shatter it, a warrior can stun and a rogue can pierce. A warrior can hookshot a mage closer, while the mage throws an ice wall against melee attackers. Many variations exist in crowd control and hard-hitting attacks. Not all abilities are confirmed yet, like Walking Bomb, but a good number are returning. As far as magic goes in Inquisition, magic has a strange shift because of the veil being torn. In the demo, many fans noticed Vivienne and other mages teleporting. Veil fire, fire that burns when powered by magic, can burn caves brightly. Because of the connection between magic and the Fade, mages will have stronger capabilities and spells going into Inquisition. We will see the lines beyond just blood magic extend into this game. But besides magic, I also mentioned non-combat skills. This part is not completed as of yet, but conversations and specifically persuasion will be very important in the next game. Having a generic charm does not fit anymore. Characters will be able to learn and utilize specific social skills for different people, like the nobility and the higher echelon of the society. These social advances will open interactions you otherwise would not have been able to have. In addition, the dialogue changes also feature a specific line above the wheel that describes the actions to take place in non-ambiguous detail. Fighting with your words will need to be as sharp as your blade. As far as the world beyond Thetis, Dragon Age Keep was announced last week. A new supplement for new and old players, the Keep lists dozens of choices made in Origins and DA2, and combines the player's choices to be implemented into new saves for Inquisition. These choices vary greatly, from who is the king of Raelden or queen, did Hawke side with mages or the Templars, did Morrigan do the Dark Ritual, and a slew of other small choices. This completely free service, which will be web-based and for iPhone tablet users thus far, will be available before the game's release. In matter of fact, players can sign up for the beta at dragonagekeep.com in order to try out the beta in early 2014. Also in cosplay news, Jessica Marizan, the community manager for Bioware, announced that future assets of the design and concept art for outfits and armor worn in Bioware games will be available for cosplayers. No specific ETA on that, but most likely will be released on Bioware.com or announced on blog.bioware.com when it comes out. And because I know many people have asked me personally, as far as the toolkits and modding capabilities go for Inquisition and the Frostbite 3 engine itself, nothing has been confirmed and nothing has been announced. In a Gameinformer Q&A with Mike Laidlaw, he mentioned that it is a technical issue, where the backend would make a toolset either difficult or uneasy to distribute. While the devs love the modding community, its current state will make it either impossible or greatly delayed until after Inquisition comes out. But in many cases last weekend, a lot of new information was released. You can look in the description for a link to all my blogs from PAX Prime, where I wrote down in great detail all the information from 13 of the panels that I went to at the Bioware base. In matter of fact, I wrote way more information than what was said in this video, so take a look if you like. But if you're not interested in reading, NerdAppropriate will also have the panels uploaded within a week of this posting. The audio recordings will be available on NerdAppropriate.com, so check them out if you like. And that's everything on Inquisition thus far. Thank you for watching, not only this vid, but if you decided to or have already checked my blogs over PAX Prime weekend, it was a lot of fun playing journalist for once. I'm not particularly good at it, but thank you to those who have supported me. Links are in the description. Take care everyone, I'll see you next time new Inquisition news comes out.